sisters, brothers, dear comrades. First of all, I want to thank everybody here for your attendance and for your solidarity with the Palestinian people. And I want to thank our comrades, the leadership of the country, the government, and the ZANU-PF, represented by the Honorable Minister, Comrade Chris Muchanga. I thank also my colleagues, the ambassadors, Ambassador of Iran, Ambassador of Pakistan, Ambassador of Turkey, Charge d'Affaires of Algeria. Sisters and brothers, I think all of you aware about what is happening at this moment in Palestine. The Palestinian people in Gaza Strip under the Israeli genocide for the 36 days until now, and no one can stop this genocide. Do you know why? Because the Americans want this genocide to continue. Nowadays, unfortunately, the American President Joseph Biden and his Minister Antony Blinken, they found new jobs as spokesmen of the Israeli apartheid occupation, and they refuse the ceasefire, and actually they say to the Israeli apartheid regime, continue your ethnic cleansing. The same colonial power who go everywhere to give lessons in democracy and human rights. Palestine reveals the real faces of the colonial powers, and actually Palestine put all of them in front the reality of the blood. Our people nowadays lost more than 11,500 martyrs. Almost half of them are children less than 16 years. 3,200 women were killed. Most of them are mothers, some of them are pregnant. They destroyed our universities, our hospitals. More than 80% of our hospitals out of service now. And the Israeli apartheid regime, since 48 hours, attacked the biggest health compound in Gaza Strip, Al-Shifa Hospital. They targeted the intensive cares, and they destroyed the only hospital for the children cancer in Gaza Strip. No one speak about that, and actually no one wants you to hear any voice from the oppressed people. If you watch the American and the British news channels, you will see what kind of their propaganda. The same propaganda that it tried before to devilize all the freedom fighters in Africa, in South Africa, and even in Zimbabwe. And I am sure all of you know exactly that your country a target of the colonial power until now. I want to mention that the Israeli apartheid regime used more than 33,000 tons of bombs. And you can imagine that the Hiroshima nuclear bomb was only 13,000 tons of bombs. So it's about 2 nuclear bombs and a half. that dropped in our civilians' heads in Gaza Strip. Israel actually talk about everything but ignores the one fact that it's a colonial power and it's occupier of the Holy Land of Palestine. Our people of Palestine will not give up, and we will not raise the white flag as you didn't raise the white flag when you were fighting the apartheid regime of what's so-called South Rhodesia. We highly appreciate your solidarity, and I highly appreciate the good position of support that we received from the leadership of the country represented by His Excellency Comrade ED. And I want to mention that I'm in communication daily with my comrades in ZANU-PF who are asking about what is happening in close, and they pay their solidarity with our people. Today I think your voice is raised and it's gathered with the other voices all over the world. Nowadays, the colonial regimes, even they cannot stop the rejection of this genocide even in their countries. What we watch or what we hear now in the United States of America is highly appreciated from the streets and the public opinion. In United Kingdom and in all Europe, the international mood it changed, and everybody recognized that Israel is apartheid regime. The Palestinian issue will not finish without achieving the peace and liberation, and the answer or the recipe of that, or to achieve that, is ending the occupation. So, sisters and brothers, I don't want to talk too much about the miserable situation in Gaza Strip, but I think all of you can participate in the Palestinian struggle, because nowadays the Israeli propaganda supported by American propaganda they tried actually to change the facts and your role in the social media to write about Palestine, to pay your solidarity with the Palestinian people, and to say stop for the ethnic cleansing in Gaza Strip. And I want to conclude by mentioning one thing. It is not a war between Israel and Hamas. It's real, actually fake propaganda. It's actually Israeli genocide against all the Palestinian people. And our people pay the price of demanding the self-determination. I want to thank you, and I want to give the floor to my comrade